Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Are you ready for another interesting and fun lesson? Giving a presentation in English can feel stressful, but it doesn't have to be. Today, I'll show you 28 phrases divided into 14 sections, which will help you sound professional, confident, and fluent, just like a native speaker. So, let the show begin. Section number 1, starting your presentation. For example, you can start with,
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for being here today.
Hi, everybody. Thank you for coming. It's great to see you all.
These are two classic starters. You can't go wrong with these. Section 2, introducing yourself and your topic. For example, my name's Kate, and today I'll be talking about.
Or, I'm Peter, and I'm here to give you an overview of.
And that takes us to section number 3, outlining the structure, also known as signposting.
For example, first I'll give you an overview of, then we'll look at, and finally, we'll discuss.
Or, here's what we'll cover today.
Remember, outlining the structure is very important to help people follow the flow of information and better engage with your presentation. And here's section number 4, referring to visuals.
For example, as you can see on this slide. Or, if you look at the chart here, you'll notice that.
Section number 5, referring to data or sources.
You may say something like, according to a recent report by, or research shows that this trend is increasing year by year.
Now here's section 6, transitioning between sections.
For instance, now that we've looked at the background, let's move on to the main points. Or, so far we've covered A and B, now let's focus on C.
Good transitions provide order and clarity, making you sound professional. Section 7, highlighting key points.
For example, the key takeaway here is, or, what I'd like you to remember is.
Highlighting key points helps people retain information, and it enables you to make sure that the main message is clear and memorable. Section 8, engaging the audience.
For instance, we can ask questions like, does anyone have experience with this in their team? Or, by a show of hands, how many of you have faced this situation?
Bear in mind that an engaged audience is more likely to absorb the content, feel a connection with the speaker, and be motivated to take action. Here's section number 9, emphasizing importance.
For example, this point is absolutely crucial for our success. Or, it's important to keep in mind that.
Section 10, connecting ideas.
This leads us directly to our next topic.
Or, building on what we discussed earlier.
Connecting ideas makes it easier for the audience to follow, understand, and remember your presentation. Section 11, giving the floor to someone else.
For example, I'll now hand it over to John, who will talk about the next section. Or, at this point, I'd like to invite Chris to share their insights.
Giving the floor to another speaker is a good way to ensure a smooth transition provide clarity, and keep the audience engaged. Section 12. Managing time and moving on.
Here are some examples. In the interest of time, let's move to the final section.
You can also say, "We're running short on time, so I'll wrap this up quickly."
Here's Section 13. Closing the presentation.
For example, that brings me to the end of my presentation. Thank you for your attention. Or, that's all from me today. Thank you so much for listening.
And that brings us to Section 14, inviting questions or feedback.
For instance, I'd be happy to answer any questions you may have. Or, does anyone have any questions or comments before we finish?
Questions are crucial to engage the audience and to ensure that your message was effectively received. Congratulations! Now you're ready to give a confident, professional presentation in English. Try using some of these phrases in your next meeting and let us know in the comments which one you'll use first. Check the following videos and see you all in the next one.